Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and welcome back to Black American Lineage and Legacy. Thank you for your support. Thank you for going on this journey with us through our past and present. I know y'all think I've forgotten about you, but I had not. I've had so much trouble with my other channel. I've gotten locked out of my Microsoft. I had those 2 strikes that I had to deal with. Then I had to delete 300 videos, and getting back in the algorithm has been something. But now I'm back. I did not forget this channel, but I just had to take care of that other channel. And today we're going to talk about the man who taught machines to think. When we think about AI, artificial intelligence, we don't think about a black person at all. And y'all know I rely on the Copilot for many things, and that is artificial intelligence. But today I'm going to talk about the man behind the modern artificial intelligence system. And yes, he is a black man. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. It predicts what we watch, what we buy, even how cities move. It diagnoses diseases, drives cars, writes codes, and powers the most advanced machines ever built. We talk about AI as if it appeared overnight, born in Silicon Valley, raised by tech giants, and unleashed on the world in a wave of innovation. But the truth is deeper than that. Long before algorithms shaped our lives, before computers could learn, before the word AI even existed, the mathematics that makes AI possible was already being built. And one of the most important architects of that foundation was a quiet, brilliant black man from a small town in Illinois. His name was David Harold Blackwell, a genius from Centralia. David Blackwell was born in 1919 in Centralia, Illinois, the son of a railroad worker and a homemaker. He grew up in a segregated America where opportunities for black children were limited and expectations were even lower. But David had something that couldn't be contained by circumstance. He had an extraordinary mind. He devoured books, taught himself advanced math, and by age 22, earned a PhD in mathematics at a time when most Black Americans were denied even basic access to higher education. He would go on to become the first Black scholar introduced into the National Academy of Sciences. It is significant that he was so advanced in math that he had a PhD in mathematics by the time he was 22, when most of us were just getting out of undergrad school. David Blackwell's impact was in the ideas he created, not in titles or awards. They were ideas that will quietly shape the future of artificial intelligence. He didn't work with robots or computers. He didn't even write codes. What he did was far more fundamental. He built the mathematics that modern AI depends on. Probability theory, which is the language of uncertainty. Game theory, the study of strategy and intelligent behavior. Decision theory, how to choose the best action. And information theory, how systems process and compare data. Now, these are things that I don't really understand myself well enough to explain, but this is what AI is built on. Probability theory, game theory, decision theory, and information theory. These fields are the backbone of machine learning. So the title is The Man Who Taught Machines to Think. And what I can say in dealing with a co-pilot, you almost feel like you are talking to a person. So it's real. One of his most famous contributions, the Rayleigh-Blackwell theorem, improves how algorithms learn from data. It's used in Bayesian statistics, reinforcement learning, and countless AI models. Now, we don't know anything else. We know that. Now, we don't know anything else. We know how algorithms work. If you like to watch videos of people fighting in the church and you watch 2 or 3 of those videos, before you know it, the algorithm is going to be feeding you video after video after video of people fighting in the church. So that's what this means, that he improves how algorithms learn from data. So if you show the algorithm what you like, it'll give it to you day after day after day. And we can thank David Blackwell for that. His work on sequential decision making, how to act when each choice affects the next, became a core principle of reinforcement learning, the same type of AI used in robotics, gaming, and autonomous systems. His research in game theory helped explain how intelligent agents compete, cooperate, and adapt ideas that now guide multi agent AI systems. And his contributions to information theory, including the Blackwell channel and Blackwell order, shaped how machines evaluate and transmit information. Blackwell wasn't building AI, he was building the logic that AI would one day rely on. So, this is the foundation of the AI system, a black man, and we're not surprised. David Blackwell was there even before AI had a name. While he was developing these ideas, the early founders of AI, people like Alan Turing and John McCarthy, and also Marvin Minsky, were defining the field, but their work depended on the work that David Blackwell had done. So his theories were already in place, waiting for computers powerful enough to use them. He was a foundational figure, even if he wasn't in the room when AI was officially termed. For decades, his influence lived quietly inside textbooks, algorithms, and research papers. But in 2024, the tech world would finally acknowledge his impact. So that's why they kept him sequestered in a room and used his ideas to put their name out there. But before they could do what they did, they needed what he had already done. And that's not surprising either. NVIDIA, the company behind the world's most advanced AI chips, unveiled a new architecture, its most powerful one ever, and they named it Blackwell. Not after a place, not after a concept, but after him, David Blackwell, a black mathematician from Illinois whose ideas power everything from ChatGPT to self-driving cars. Now that is powerful. His ideas are behind ChatGPT and self-driving cars. Who would have thought it? David Blackwell passed away in 2010, but his influence is everywhere, in every algorithm that learns, in every system that makes decisions, in every code that adapts to the world. He proved that brilliance can come from anywhere, even from a small town in Illinois, even from a man the world tried to overlook. His story is a reminder that the foundation of modern AI were not built by one group, one company, or one moment in history. They were built by thinkers like David Blackwell, whose ideas continue to shape the future.
Today on Black Zen, we highlight David Blackwell, a pioneering mathematician and statistician whose work laid the foundation for modern probability, game theory, and statistical decision-making. At just 22 years old, he earned his PhD in mathematics, but segregation blocked him from positions at major universities, leading him to teach and mentor students at Howard University. His research produced the Blackwell theorem and advanced Bayesian statistics, ideas now taught globally and used in economics, artificial intelligence, and data science. In 1965, he shattered barriers as the first black member of the National Academy of Sciences and later became the first black tenured professor at UC Berkeley. See you next time on Black Zen.
There is a constant effort to hide the impact of Black Americans and the genius of Black Americans. But this is just another instance of how the truth comes to the light and you really cannot hide genius. So, in closing, David Howard Blackwell didn't just study mathematics, he taught machines how to think. This is another ancestor that we are proud of, and may he continue his peaceful rest. Thank you for listening, and have a good evening.